tiny shrimp. For size context. More frogs this weekend. Let's see. Bumblebee dart frog. Not too tiny. Not very big. Also, some dark blue fellas here. I wonder if they're the same kind. There's not a second sign. They immediately swarm. It's like little vibrators. They tickle. Look at that! So many. I swim with my hand as I move it. And they let go as soon as I move. Wow. That's amazing.
Come clean your hands so we can look at other things. Come on.
So those little fish, they're called doctorfish, the ones that were just swarming around my hands. I'm here at the St. Louis Aquarium today, at Union Station in St. Louis, Missouri. And those little doctorfish, they're called that because they used to be used to treat psoriasis, eating flakes of skin from patients. And yeah, it doesn't hurt at all. It feels like little vibrators. You know, I kept waiting to see if there was any nip that might hurt, or, you know, sting just a little bit more than the rest. But no, it just felt like lots of tiny little impacts, like vibration. Whether I had my hand in a fist or fingers spread out, they've actually cleaned some little bits of skin flaked off near the nails. Probably eaten some of the hair off of my knuckles. When I get out of here, I'll be able to see that. But that was just an incredible feeling. Almost worth the price of admission itself. Fish that squirt water up to knock bugs out of trees and food. Over here, there's a little target ball on a wand that the staff cover with fish food. And the archer fish will actually shoot at those. And I'm told occasionally shoot at the staff members because they recognize the blue uniforms and know they get fed. Any luck with a hand? Nope, I guess that doesn't look like food. No interaction like the doctorfish here, but still pretty neat. These trees look like the mangroves that these archer fish normally live in. I was just watching a little video about that. Off the coast of Africa, I believe. And a couple of larger fish down at the bottom. This is Shark Canyon at the St. Louis Aquarium. Curving up overhead. Tiburon. Gliding into a stop. Or maybe not a stop. Here we are, turtle just chilling straight above us. Ever seen the underside of a turtle, guys? We should see another ray coming by. Here we go.
There's a shark on the ground there. You might be taking a nap. Sorry.
What's on its back?
I think they fixed the shell.
Okay,
Patch for the shell. Yeah.
there we go. Interesting. And it's got the aquarium logo on it. Cool.
Yeah, turtle band-aid.
The turtle has wings. Just that moment.
You want to go down?
Interesting hallway below Shark Canyon in St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis Aquarium at Union Station.
Plankton or dinoflagellates can collect in high numbers during the warm summer months. When they do, they cause the waves to glow blue-green when they crash into the shore. They will even light up when you walk along the beach. Walk down the hallway to experience it yourself. Bioluminescence is a natural process where organisms create and emit light. Tiny marine plankton and dinoflagellates can collect in high numbers during the warm summer months. When they do, they cause the waves to glow blue-green when they crash into the to create and emit light. Tiny marine plankton and dinoflagellates can collect in high numbers during the warm summer months. When they do, they cause the marine plankton and dinoflagellates can collect in high numbers during the warm summer months. When they do, they cause the waves to glow blue-green when they crash into the shore. They will even light up when you walk along the beach. Walk down the hallway and experience it yourself.
What's up there?
Bioluminescence is a natural process where organisms create and emit light. Tiny marine plankton and dinoflagellates can collect in high numbers during the warm summer months. When they do, they cause
You can pause to read the sign. Enclosure for the octopus. There's the way through for them, a tunnel. It looks like an air gap because that square tube is connected. Have we spotted one?
That one was over there.
Okay.
This one was back there. I don't know where that one was.
I'm looking before I worry about. And there, look, there are shells on the bottom. So I guess the octopus has been eating. Right there, dead center. But I'm looking to see if I can find the octopus in the dark here. Yes, I found him. Super hard to see. I think that's the underside of the octopus, or is that a starfish?
I think it's a starfish.
Okay.
The kids said they thought it was octopus, but I took a pretty good look. Kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, and I don't want to shine a light in there in case that would be bad, but
I know that that's not a starfish because
tentacles
Oh, here it's right here.
right in the upper corner. Finally found him.
There he is.
Yeah.
and that's a fish.
That's how we missed him. Right over here.
There's the suckers.
That was a starfish down there.
Yeah, here, let me slip to the side of you. There you go.
Oh, yes.
So great view at
He
2.8 magnification.
He camouflaged himself good. I didn't even.
It's just tucked up in, yeah. And,
That's cool.
So you were one.
oh yeah, the surface of his skin is all rippled like he's an anemone or something. Ishiet. Or some kind of water plant. But that's its outer skin. Interesting. Here's another sign. Yeah, there's a sea star. Pause to read that. Not a lot of light. I'm not zoomed in, I'm just very close to the glass. St. Louis Aquarium and Union Station in St. Louis, Missouri. I don't think these are changing color, or opacity or anything. I believe the white versus shadowed is just how close they are to the light, or what angle they are to the light. In case I'm wrong, I will ask staff later. Could be color changing. All right, let's put this right back up. Right side back up. At the St. Louis Aquarium in Union Station in St. Louis, Missouri. I see 5 of these guys in this big tank right now. They've got a lot of space. It may be the space they need. This is called a weedy sea dragon. Here's another one. Oh, maybe 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that I can count. Let's catch his head at max magnification. Oh, really have to move my phone to keep up. Sorry if that's jerky. 6. Okay, 6 factor magnification is my max. And he's getting further back. How about this guy? Focus. So, St. Louis Aquarium at Union Station in St. Louis, Missouri. This tank is full of sharks and rays. These tiger sharks, it's my guess, but only a guess. And other fish in there. And you can reach in and pet, just like those folks are doing. And it's a permanent exhibit, you don't pay anything extra. He's a playful fellow. Yeah, you can also pet jellyfish. Put your hand into a tank of doctor fish. Caught video of that earlier. And included in the price of admission. You can stay as long in here as you want. Let's see. Oh, like velvet. That's neat. Hard to focus the camera and reach and touch, and have to be gentle at the same time. Let's see if these guys like being tickled. Gently pet. I'm not going to pull back the wrong way, but very, very slightly rough. Not even like fine sandpaper. You can just feel a little bit of texture on that one. So I think that's the scales. Oh, there's a guy hiding inside a tube. And, yep, there's his nose. One more try. Neat.
Brine shrimp in this case. The mouth is underneath them where the 4 tentacles meet. So they get a...
We cannot touch them today?
Yeah, can't touch them today.
The jellyfish are getting a day off to rest for their health.
Yep.
Oh wow. Just drop a whole bunch of the...
Yeah, that's the brine shrimp there.
Lots of brine shrimp. They're just being dropped directly into the bells to feed them.
Yeah, the mouth is underneath them where the 4 tentacles meet. You won't usually see the mouth there, but if you see where the 4 tentacles meet, that's where it'll be.
Okay.
They get the eating's pretty easy here for them. Food is just right there.
Yeah. They don't have to drift far.
Since they're so clear, you can see a lot of the process there. Now these are the real moon jellies. They're getting fed right now, you see?
Oh, there we go.
They eat very small food, brine shrimp in this case.
I think it's these like holding.
These are moon jellies. I see a lot of the shrimp stick to the edges.
The thin hair-like tentacles around the edge are what they can use to sting or catch their food out in nature.
Nice. Thanks for the info too. Job or no? I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
The St. Louis Aquarium, Union Station in St. Louis, Missouri. Other days, you can reach in and touch the jellies. Not today for their health. So I'll have to buy another ticket some other visit. Wow. And I'm just being fed with brine shrimp sucked up in a baster like this. Yeah, I guess you can tell from the color which ones have gotten some and which haven't yet. This is a top-down view, which I realized was nicer. There's reflection on the surface of the water, but this is just directly above the tank. Where normally you can reach in with 2 fingers and touch the outer shell. The tentacles are not. It says the fine tentacles along the underside of the bell cannot penetrate our skin, but may cause a slight irritation if touched. So I would avoid that. But this is a neat view of the swarm. Is there actually a circulating current in this tank too?
Yeah, they don't move so well on their own. There is a current keeping them going in circles.
All right.
We can't touch them today.
I hope that was audible on the recording. They don't move so well on their own, she says, but there's a current in the tank that keeps them moving, keeps them going, and that's part of their health as well. Every once in a while, one comes to the surface and its bell comes up just above the surface. And it looks like jelly. Let's see if this happens.
Last night, my dad got shot.
And there you go.
They're pretty weak. So
Glistening a little bit.
Yeah, but you don't want to play the guessing game.
I have the camera about 12 to 14 inches above the tank. Above the tank water.
Unfortunately, we can't touch them today. There are the
They're so clear you can even see the food in the stomach. If you can identify their stomach in their clearness.
Rays have the
Back
largest
with the rays again.
of any marine animal.
This is like a ray parade right by this part. We're swimming by here a lot.
2 fingers. We'll send them over from the other side so they'll visit with you.
Again, St. Louis Aquarium, Union Station in St. Louis, Missouri.
Our southern stingray.
Whoa!
Got one finger
Yeah.
right here in the middle.
He lunched his face right out.
We feed them with more than 2 fingers, so we touch them with a Scout's honor pose.
Thank you for the reminder. Wow.
If you're visiting with them, or just 2 fingers in the water, hold 2 fingers back, then you get fed with more than 2 fingers. You don't want to confuse them here.
They get fed when there's more than 2 fingers, so they can distinguish the difference. Now, you don't want to have all your fingers in the water. I don't want them to bite me. Huh?
You don't want to have all your fingers?
Apparently not. The staff was just saying you only want to have 2 fingers to pet them because they get fed with all the fingers, and we don't want to confuse them or have them confuse your fingers for food, maybe. Wow. Very soft. Oh, this one came right up. Wow. He really likes it, apparently. Yeah, kind of cool. The cinematography may be bad. I just got the edge of a flipper. Or fin. ¿Hablan español? Ok. La señora aquí está diciendo que usan nada más 2 dedos porque ellos usan más dedos, todos los dedos, para dar comida. Y no queremos confundir a los animales. Yo por lo menos quiero mantener mis dedos. Sí. No sé la palabra en español, pero son muy velvety. Whoa, he opened his mouth. abrió su boca y me asustó un poquito. I think maybe they're a little hungry. This one's keeping his mouth open. Wow. I'm just gonna enjoy this without the video camera now for a bit.
But it's still something that we have to be aware of. It is not something that we want to have to handle. Now, despite how fluffy Chewy is, she is still quite a big sloth. These guys on average are around 14 to 16 pounds. Chewy's around 20 pounds. So she is a big girl, but she's so fluffy that it looks like she could be 40, 50 pounds, right? And that's actually another way that she's going to kind of intimidate predators to leave her alone. When these guys start getting really upset, they will puff all that fur up. They can swing on the trees to make the trees shake. It makes them look really big and really scary. So you do not want to mess with an upset sloth. They are quite an intimidating animal. So we're very lucky that Chewy is so calm and has such a good time training. You can tell she's feeling pretty good about it. She's like, where? She's like, Brian was training me. What are we doing here? It's confusing. She's like, no, I don't understand. You will see that as Chewy, or as Abby attempts to work with Chewy out here, we're trying to transition from Ryan to Abby for training. Chewy does have the option of saying no to a behavior, and that is the case both out here and back of house. So we do everything with Chewy. All of her care is done through training. We do not ever like pick her up and move her, or pick her up and put her in her kennel. She decides if she's going to do any of that, and if she says no, she says no. Like I said, they have those big teeth. I personally will not be the one to go in there and pick her up if she does not want to do something, right? So we do not do any of that. Everything is completely her choice. We cannot and would not force her to do anything. So Chewy knows that when we come in with this kennel and we put it on the floor in her habitat and we tap on it, if she's sleeping and she does not feel like getting out of bed, she'll look over at us and she'll be like, and she'll roll back over and go to sleep. And that just is what it is. At that point, it's just like, okay, Chewy said no. That does not happen very often. The majority of the time, she's like, oh, heck yes, and she'll just zoom into that kennel. She is pretty much always ready to go, but she always has the option. We also do all of our vet care with her through training. So that is actually the only time that we really ever touch her at all, is for vet care or for training for vet care. So she is trained to allow us to touch her belly and the pads of her feet. She does have a touch behavior, but like I said, that's something that we use for vet care. So it's something that the vet will do when she's here. She'll feel around on Chewy's belly to make sure everything's feeling good. And then we will use that touch behavior with her feet. If her feet are getting a little dry, sometimes she needs lotion on her hands just like we do. She gets back balm sometimes if she starts getting a little dry. If anybody does have any specific questions about Chewy, I can always answer them for you. So just raise your hand if you do have any questions about her. There's just a lot of information here, I do know that. Did she eat the cucumber? Wow. She definitely does have her preferences when it comes to food. Both of our sloths do. She definitely really likes things like pear and apple. They usually really like carrots, sweet potato, green pepper. You might notice a trend. It's the sweet things that they really like. Normally she's not a big fan of things like squash or cucumber. She doesn't really like zucchini that much. She will eat them, but she doesn't necessarily train for them because that's way more work. So if you're training with her, you've got to have the good stuff. And the really good stuff is the biscuits that we make for her. So she gets that primate chow I mentioned, and her steamed sweet potato. Those get blended up with some leaf eater biscuits, which are literally biscuits that are made of leaves for animals that eat lots of leaves like these guys. Those are the really, really good stuff. She will do anything for one of those biscuits. Today she's got lots of green pepper. because I did know she was going to come out today, so I kind of loaded her up on the green pepper yesterday.
That's not quite it.
And like I said, Chewy's a very unique girl. The fact that she is so quick to train, that she really understands what we're doing very quickly is pretty unique. A lot of the time these guys are really timid animals. And a lot of the time they also think and train at a sloth's pace too. So their other sloth coconut, training with him can be a little bit painstaking. You give him a target, he's here, he'll get about here, he's got to stop and reload. He's got to really think about it. Sometimes he'll fall asleep halfway there, and then it's just like, okay, I guess we're done. They are very, very slow typically. Chewy's just an abnormally brave and active sloth. So she is really an excellent ambassador. We are very lucky to have her. She did start her life as an exhibit animal at another institution, but I think she just wasn't really a fan of that. She likes this a lot more. The fact that she is so willing to train and has so much fun definitely makes her a wonderful ambassador. So we're very lucky that they passed her along to us.
Big surprise to see this in an aquarium too, right?
It is a little bit, yeah. The nice thing is that these guys do live in tropical rainforests where there's lots of rivers and things like that. And they actually can swim, and they will swim in the wild. Mostly, that's one of the few times that they will come down to the ground, is basically whenever they are either going to the bathroom or to move from one tree to another. So sometimes that involves crossing rivers and things like that. So it makes a little bit of sense with all the context, but you wouldn't really, these guys live in trees. You would not normally think that. So it's definitely very lucky that we ended up with her.
How old is she?
She is 9 years old. She turned 9 on May the 5th. She was supposed to be born on May the 4th, which is how she got her name, Chewy. We missed it by a day. So she's just Chewy, who was born on May the 5th.
Slow to be born too, I guess.
Exactly. Oh yeah, definitely.
Taking their own time.
That too.
Talk about core strength.
Yeah, these guys are incredibly muscular. They actually hold 0 body fat on any part of their body other than the pads of their toes. So she is all muscle. So she is very strong. Of course, their muscles are also kind of structured a little bit differently. They are made, so our muscles are kind of centered around pushing. We push off the ground as we're walking. Hers are made more for pulling, so something like that core strength to be able to hang on to the tree with her back legs is a little bit easier for her than it is for us. So that's another one of those ways that these guys are really made for being upside down, really, that they are, and pulling themselves through the trees, pulling themselves up. They are structured in every way pretty differently from us. And it does look like it's about time to go home, so Chewy's presented that kennel, and you'll notice that she's like, oh, okay, cool, time to go home, I'm gonna go right in. It takes very little effort for us to get Chewy kennel to come out here or to go home.
Anchors up top too. Nice. Makes sense.
Alright, well thanks so much for joining us, guys. We are going to go ahead and get Chewy home, and then we will have the next animal out in just a couple of minutes.
River otters.
That is pretty cool.
River otters at the St. Louis Aquarium in Union Station in St. Louis, Missouri. I just missed catching them standing on their hind legs and dancing, for lack of a better word.
Y es cuando se ven abajo, ¿verdad?
In the water.
Vamos a ver si me
Oh, nice. It jumped right out. These are archer fish.
Get the fish food off the target. Off the little red ball at the end.
Okay, I just got squirted. Thanks. Job or no, thanks. Less squirting at the moment. I didn't know about the jumping behavior. Archer fish. Neat.
If there's not enough room, then we're spinning at the foot.
When the food got reloaded on the ball, all of a sudden they got much more active with the spitting. They use the jets of water to knock insects off of leaves or branches of trees that are close by. When the insects fall into the water stunned, they can eat them. And I know that just because I read it on the sign over there, or watched the little video on the sign over there. So it was new information for me a bunch of minutes ago too, and I'm getting splashed from a recoil. The ricochet. Nice. Ah, cool. Tiny little mouths. It's just like a vibrator. There's no way to show on this camera this whole ceiling and archway and the display that's here. It's too big. I can't get far enough away, and it's amazing. I think I walked in when a star exploded or something. Wow. And then there's this. Pretty cool.
Sorry.
Oh, no big deal, ma'am. I know I'm in a public place. Walk where you like. Oh, no, not at all. This is that arched display ceiling. I am going to be late getting home. Heck with it, it'll be worth it. This is right after you hand a man your ticket and walk through a little waiting area before they put you onto the 4-minute train ride to go in. Of course, I'm catching this very last. As I'm leaving, I came back out the entrance to avoid the gift shop. And I know how to get to my car from here. Penguins. This is amazing. Sorry, folks at home. I'm ignoring the camera now to actually experience it, and I may stop recording. Wow. From space to stingrays to this. St. Louis Aquarium inside Union Station, St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah, could spend much of a day here, I guess. I ignored a lot of the static tanks and went to the interactive stuff today. Sloth show was cool. I have a bunch of animals here apparently to show. Your new word of the day is cavitation. Space, the final frontier. All right. Some of this part's like fireworks. See if there. A little bit of the detail of the individuals instead of just bright blue.